Greetings and welcome back, everyone, to the town of Muffalo Marsh in Rimworld, where I incorrectly named Bantham Bantham. Not that there's anything wrong with the name Bantham, mind you, but still, it is the wrong name. It's not the one I wanted to give you. Oh, wow, this is actually pretty dire. Alright. We are going to need... Zandria, I want you to be doctoring as a priority for now. Ahead of repairing. I am going to turn everyone off from hunting for the time being. I don't want anyone doing any hunting for now. What I would like is actually everyone doing cleaning as a priority. And then... Farty... No, not Farty, because Farty tends to have issues. We'll have Bentham and Buttercup doing hauling as a higher priority. I want 3 people. In fact, no, Bentham, you help out with the cleaning as well. 1 person will do hauling as priority over cleaning. The others will all do cleaning as the priority. I just feel that this is going to be really necessary for us to try and get this situation under control. Now, over here... we're going to be building something very, very, very specific. How's our power situation? Good, okay, that's not too bad. What I would like to do is build a sun lamp. And our sun lamp shall go right about here, I think. Yes, that seems pretty nice. Now, we don't have enough wood to make these walls out of wood. We're going to have to go for steel for this. But that's not too terribly bad, all things told. What is bad is that it's going to be a little bit of an awkward fit down there. I may need to move that as a result. We'll have a look at that. In fact, let's go ahead and set this area up to get a couple more solar panels moved down here. Now, from what I understand, the output of a solar panel at max is about 1,700. The input of a sun lamp, which is what we would need for growing food under artificial conditions, basically indoors. You need a light source. There's two criteria for growing plants. The temperature, it's not the season, it's purely based on the temperature, and the light level. Now, a regular light can provide enough light to grow things by, but generally speaking, you're going to get very, very slight amounts of crops out of it. It'll take a long time for them to grow, and some of them just won't reach maturity. What will happen is they'll die out before they've ever had one full cycle. There seems to be like a time limit on how long a crop can be growing for before it dies. Now, a sun lamp, on the other hand, will provide the highest amount of lighting required, so it'll all be fine. It'll be the perfect amount of lighting for the plants, and if we build it indoors, then we can temperature control the room. So that's our goal for this episode, is to try and get something set up towards that end. We really need this place cleaned. Oh my lord, really, Bantham? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Bantham. It's my fault, not yours. I forgot to tell you not to clean outside. I am a dope. Let me get this all sorted. There we are. Perfect. I don't mind if this indoor area is cleaned a little bit. Mostly just around where we've actually got our holdings. I don't really want much else besides that cleaned, though. There we go. There we are. That should do. Alright, let's speed up time a little bit and see if we can't get everything here sorted out. Ideally, if we can get this sorted soon, then we can start growing, I don't know, maybe potatoes and strawberries? I think potatoes and strawberries would be a good combination, simply because strawberries, again, people can just eat those without having any issue with it, and potatoes, it just seems to be a staple food stuff, honestly. You know what, I would very much like this to be a gathering spot so people can use it for parties and the likes. These should not be gathering spots. I don't want people using those for parties. In fact, you know what, let's move this down here instead. Let's get... Sure, we'll have this there. And we'll reinstall this around on this side. Same here. There we are. And we'll take this one down there as well. There we go. And we'll build a second one over there eventually. Excellent work, Farty. You're doing a very good job here. Very good job indeed. Now, this is going to be our grow zone here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say create a grow zone. It will create one everywhere where this lamp can affect. But we don't actually want it to just be one grow zone. I find that very inefficient. So what we should do is something like that. This can then grow whatever. We can say grow potatoes, for example. That one would be fine. Then we want a new grow zone around here. All the way across. Then up. Then across again. And there we are. So this one can be strawberries. There we are. So that'll be our little area in here. We want all of these basically moved. Let's get all of that hauled. We don't want any of that in the grow area itself. Now, as for this, we could have an auto door, perhaps. I wouldn't mind bringing this up to about here, maybe. Something like that. It shouldn't connect to the sun lamp, or at least I'm hoping it won't. I could be wrong on that, though. We'll have to see. No, in fact, let's cancel that. Cancel it there, too. We'll just bring it up just slightly and then hook up a auto door there. I would like all of these rocks moved, though. That would be grand. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up the builds to make fine meals forever. If we can make the fine meals, then may as well do it. Right, okay. Now I'm just going to let our colonists get to work for a little while because they've got a lot of work to do. Bless them. Low medicines, really? Yeah, of course, because Bonnie is going to need constant medication for her muscle parasites. That is so unfortunate. So very unfortunate. On the plus side, we are slowly getting this room created. There we are, moving more and more rocks down and out of the way. It's good times. I can't wait until our grove actually starts bearing some fruit because we desperately need more trees. Is anything else around? I mean, there's a little bit of steel pretty much everywhere, honestly. There's a little bit of... Yeah, there's some steel over there. We can get the steel from those walls. I believe those are steel walls. Yeah. Oh, no, they're slate walls, so I do apologize. Right. Well, let's go ahead and get a little bit of flooring here as well. Metal tile. We'll go with a paved tile in between these two. Paved tiles all along there. Just to make things a little bit more manageable and tidy. Additionally, I would like another power plant right there. This one can then be decommissioned. This we'll keep, though. We will be keeping this one. And that will be hooked up as a sort of secondary power supply to the main ones that we're going to be having running off the solar panels and the windmill. Thank you very much, Farty. Excellent work. And every time you get a little bit of steel out of there, it makes someone else's job a little bit easier. Right, everyone's snoozing now. You know what? I'm tempted to make this a prisoner room. Yeah, I'm actually going to set that up as a prisoner room now. Why are you not eating your food at the gathering table? That does not make so much sense to me. I would like to work out why. What's going on with that? Next up, let's go ahead and get some concrete down in here, just so it's a little bit tidier. There's a lot of hauling going on. That's taking the lion's share of people's attention right now. You know what? Let's turn off the clearing zone for the snow, because it's just distracting people at the moment. I'd rather you get other things done for now. There we go. Last little bit's getting hauled out of there. Soon we'll be able to set this up. Now, the way that we're going to be doing this, the sun lamp draws 1,600 power. The fully, at its peak, a solar panel produces 1,700. So we should be able to get by with one. Though, that being said, there's a fair period of time where the solar cell is just bleeding down. So maybe two. Maybe we should have two instead. And perhaps what we could find is we'd be able to run 3 of them perhaps. Sorry, no, 2 actual greenhouses of just 3 power cells. Maybe, I'm not sure on that one. Right, we can pull that one down now. There we go. And we'll just have this one hooked up via this little connection there. Ooh, traders. Fantastic. Very much welcomed. Where are you? There we are. Slowly bring it up north, really. I really, really do need you guys to, like, pull more stuff. My lord. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this as well. Perfect. There we go. Now, that should all actually be set up. I believe I've already put down the metal tile. There's already a metal tile there. That's fine, then. Okay, we're going to be going with a steel auto again because we don't have any wood right now. But once that's built, this will be considered a room and we'll close off, which is exactly what we want. Right, Bonnie, are you sleeping? Ah, yes, you are. Okay, well, I'm going to let Bonnie sleep. Bonnie needs her rest, bless her. She's battling quite a lot of things, to be fair. Let's have a look. Ooh, now that is incredibly important for us. Also, it's really close as well. Right. Go ahead and have a kip party as soon as you get a chance. No? Just gonna do a little bit more work? Oh, okay. I'm fine with that. Bonnie, I now... Oh, well, you're gonna go and have something to eat. I'll let you finish eating. Ah, good. You're gonna eat in a nice warm room. Good times. Right, now, I would like you to go and trade. There we are. Oh, that's good. Now they're actually, you know, gonna have social chats while they eat. I love The Sims, really, when you think about it. Oh, that's it. Don't really have the silver to trade with you, I'm afraid. So I'm going to have to cancel that one. That is a dire shame. I would love to have bought those meds, but I really don't have the means to right now. What else are these cargo pods? Just some leather. Okay, that's fine. That does remind me, I do want to build up a tailoring workbench in here. But for the time being, let's just go ahead and we're going to delete this, which is a hay grass growing zone. We're going to instead, how much is these? Yeah, we should be able to build 2 of them. So let's go ahead and build 2 power plants. And then run the power cable all the way down. Now, the reason why I'm doing that, if I ran power cables all the way up through the walls, this would be able to connect to them. What I want to do is I want to give it a closer route. I don't strictly need to do this. What I could do instead is put 2 pieces of power cabling there, then turn this on as it would connect up to that one, then run power along these walls if I wanted to, for example. But rather than that, when you cause something to reconnect, it'll reconnect to the closest thing that it can. In this, for example, the reconnect here. So by running the power cable all the way underneath it, then I'm basically giving it a very close point to connect to, which will work much better. Okay. Once all of these are done, very nearly finished. Fantastic. Is that one done now? Yes. And the last little bit being brought up as well. I don't think we've got all of the... Yes, we've got all of the components done, so we just waiting for someone now to come along and set that up for us. Really wish someone would slaughter this. Oh, wait. I've got no with hunting enabled. That was my fault then. Okay. Let's set up Farty. You can have hunting of 3. Buttercup hunting of 3. Bonnie hunting of 3. Bonnie can be given a weapon shortly. Let's go ahead and give you... I wouldn't mind giving you a normal pistol, honestly. I wouldn't mind giving almost everyone pistols for the most part. And there we go. Right, this can be turned on now. And finally, we can run this power all the way along and around and up. Because ultimately I want some heaters in these rooms. This is what's going to satisfy the second requirement for this to work, and that will be to have heating. Now, you might be wondering, why have I set this up this way? Why have I got no batteries? Why am I not using the main battery supply of the colony? The reason for that is that plants will always have a sleep cycle. No matter what the temperature, no matter what the lighting, they have to go to sleep. And that's true of plants in real life as well. They kind of have a kind of dormant phase where their biology shifts and they perform different kind of metabolic processes. And that's really important. It's the same reason why we sleep. We do different things when we're asleep than when we're awake. Even if, for example, we didn't need to dream, our bodies would only be able to be wakeful for a certain amount of time because when we're active, certain kind of maintenance tasks are suppressed because they're metabolically expensive, they get in the way of us doing other things. And if you're awake, you've kind of got to be, I guess, on an evolutionary level, ready to hunt or to flee at a moment's notice. Plants obviously don't quite have that same consideration, but it works in much the same way. They do have a period of time where they have to sleep. Now, let's have a look at this. Oh, connected rate stored. Why is that not turning on then? Because our power output is huge. Have I turned that on? There we go, I need to set that up. Mad animals? Really? A white hair? Perfectly camouflaged. I need my sniper. But as I was saying, the one thing that we need in regards to plants is they do have a sleep cycle. So when they're asleep, there's no point in us having our lamp turned on, draining power, when nothing is going to be able to grow. They'll just be there being dormant for the whole time. So what we'll do instead is at nighttime, when there's no sun, thus there's no power coming from my my solar cells. Oh, damn it, Bentham. Get up here. Run away. Oh, my lord. Okay, you know what? Fine. You just beat the thing to death, please. Will you go and help Bentham beat the thing to death, please? Oh, my lord. Right, you can go back to regular work. Could you flick that on for me? That would be very much appreciated. But whilst the plants are sleeping, that is at night time, the solar cells will not be generating power, so the lamp will turn off. It's a closed system. It's not draining power from our batteries for no good reason, effectively. Now, hopefully, there we go. Turned on. Everything is working as planned. Right, the heater next. We want to pop that in there. I'm not sure with a room this size whether we're really going to need that much of a heater. We probably, honestly, only need one. I'll leave it at one and we'll see what happens with that. But as soon as that's built, then we should be good. Okay, thank you. We're all fine. Please hunt it. Kill. No, don't rescue the bloody... Hunt! Bentham! Stand there. Shoot it until it dies. Why, Bentham? Why are you such a bad shot at that close of a range? My lord. Right, you can haul it back as well. How badly were you hurt? My god, you're losing 22% of your blood a day from the hare's attack. I mean, it was a bloody hare, I guess. My lord. Right, let's get this set up if we can. How much does this require? Requires a little bit more steel than we currently have. Oh, really? A solar flare? Game, are you taking the mick? I think the game is just being a bit of a jerk right now, honestly. There's no other way of describing this kind of behavior, game. It's unnecessary. Having a bit of a tantrum, I think. Another mad animal. Some sort of psychic wave. Oh dear. Squirrels this time. You're doomed. Mad squirrels. They're going to set upon you and devour you. It's the end. It's the end, people. Bentham's out there alone. No. Get up there. Protect Bentham. Bentham will die. Come on, all of you. You can be there with your sniper weapon. We have to kill them. Kill them quickly. Oh no, you're gonna go down. Oh, you dodged a bullet there. Really? Bentham? Oh, so close. Well done. Please kill it, Bonnie. I think there's another one coming. Are there any others? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Come on, slay it. Well done. More shooting. You are so bad. My goodness. I don't know how you've survived this long, frankly. My lord. I really shouldn't have told you to dig that out just yet. I was just being oddly compulsive about mining everything that's nearby. Wow, their moods are going to go down so sharply being in the dark like this. It's bad times. On the plus side, there we go. Our batteries were charging up. There we are. We can possibly look to put down a little bit of concrete in here as well. Yeah, there we are. In here, I'm going to have some paved tiles just going around. There we go. There's no need for a lamp, because obviously we've got a sun lamp in there. And it's about to turn on. Pomp. Perfect. And now it'll store up enough to keep it going. Right, who's our constructors? We've got Farty's our primary constructor. Sandria, I'm going to set you up as a tertiary constructor. Cargo pods nearby. Ooh, good, meat. So, it's not nearby at all, actually. I thought it was fairly close, but alas, no. There we go. Perfect. Now, this does not need to heat this room up nearly as much as it's going to try to. We'll be happy with 15 degrees. At 15 degrees, this will be completely okay. Saying cold season. There we are. Growing season here now. Perfect. People should come along and start planting. We got any primary growers? Yeah, Buttercup actually will be doing the growing in there. So will Bonnie. Awesome. There we go. Food. Take a little while, but it'll be alright once it's there. Currently growing it. Well, it was growing well. And it's gone off now because it's night time. This is fine. It should say something about that in a moment. I might want to put a battery just to kind of work through the dusk period. There we are. It's resting now. So there's a little bit of time where it could be generating some extra for us. I would actually like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place a single battery right there. I'm going to hook this up. That way we'll have a little bit of time. Sorry, at dusk. Not at dawn though. At dawn it's not going to work. But at dusk we'll get a couple, just a little bit of coverage until the battery runs dry. There we go. Well done. And it's a nice temperature in there as well. Okay. All things told, it's not going too bad. Right. That being said, I'm fairly certain that I've just doomed us all. Someone's going to die. Very soon. Guaranteed. There we are. Batteries all hooked up. Okay. So we've got our indoor growing area. There it is. It's slowly sparking to life. But as soon as these both are running, then this will start building up a charge, which is awesome. There we go. The battery is storing enough charge and then it's passing it along, but... Come on, you can do it. There we are. We're actually storing now. Perfect. So the battery will store up a little bit. We've got some indoors growing going on. Food should not be an issue. Next up, we probably want to look at getting something along the lines of... Oh, we've already run out of fuel. That's fine, we'll turn that off for now. We don't need it running. But we do want to set up some more batteries, I would say, and actually have them as the backup supply. Why are you cleaning down there? Oh, scallywags. I hadn't turned that off yet. Okay. There we go. That should do. Right, sorted. Okay, well, I'm fairly happy with that being the end of this episode. We've managed to make a little bit of progress. Mostly, we've just given our community a new food source. We do need a new medicine source, though. And that is going to have to be something that we work on in the very near future. Possibly, we'll set up the next one up here, perhaps. Since we could then tap into this anyway. If we did that, I'd probably build a third solar cell. I think that would make a lot of sense. I mean, we'd still be generating 200 more power than needed, but No, I think a third solar power plant would be really useful. We'll have another growing area here, and at least half of it will be for medicinal herbs, so we'll have a look at that. But that'll all be in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one and will be joining me for the next. As ever, a comment on the video if you have any feedback, or a like if you want to see more. But until next time, do take care.